Hi, this is Leanne from Scrappin' with Flair, and this is my first attempt at a video. So here we go. What I'm going to show you today is a paper bag album that I'm going to be offering as a workshop. So I'll quickly flip through here just so you can take a quick peek at it, and we'll go through it in a little bit more detail after. So the entire album, again, as I said, was made from paper bags. We used the Tim Holtz Vintage Shabby paper on this bag. It's all Tim Holtz paper, all used Tim Holtz inks. The only thing that isn't Tim Holtz in here is the cardstock. What I think the cardstock will change a little bit in the actual workshop, because I've actually received into the store the Coordinations Ranger colors that match the Distress ink colors, which will match perfectly with all of the papers from the Vintage Shabby, line. So, anyways, we'll get going on a few of the specifics here. So we use the Tim Holtz rosette die here and some of his accuments. Now this little one here will change because I'll just open up a package and then I have various ones out of the package here, so it won't be exactly the same as mine. But there are lots of different ones to choose from, and all of them will match perfectly. This one would even look cute. The big white one could even look, they all would look great. I use the odds and ends stamp here. This stamp set here, the odds and ends stamp. And this little die cut here, and there's one behind here in the heart, is from a Stampin' Up! Die that we'll be using. This here is, I used a Stampin' Up! Die again, and I also stickled it with some stickles because, as you'll come to know, I stickle everything because everything looks better with stickles. Inside the album, there's lots of pullouts, and there's lots of room for more pullouts, for journaling, for pictures, whatever you choose, so feel free to add more if you would like. So inside the first page here, we have a couple of pullouts. Again, you can use for journaling or for pictures, whichever you choose. I used the Spring Sprung stamp set here from Tim Holtz, and I used this little butterfly up here. And what I did was I actually stamped it with the Perfect Medium and the Perfect Pearls, and then I dusted it with the Perfect Pearls and then just cut it out. This flower is from his Tattered Florals die, so I just cut out a couple of those, wrinkled them up, distressed them up a little bit. Then I used the Elegant Flourishes die for this little swirl here, and then, you know, just some paper embellishment. There's another pullout here for another picture. And then there is, I used, this stamp was from, let me see here, it's from the Shabby French stamp set here. This is just a die cut. Again, I do believe that this one is from, I can't remember. Anyways, I stamped it with the Ultimate Grunge stamp, this one right here, and then I stamped it actually in paint instead of ink, and it gave it a real cool kind of texture, which you'll see in the workshop, and a real cool, I don't know, I just thought it looked neat. Then we used, there's some of the journaling tickets in this album. You just ink them up, distress them up, and they are great for journaling. Then in each one of the paper bags here, as you can see, there's openings, and in the workshop, I'll offer you one tag, but you're, like I said, more than welcome to add more tags in if you so desire. So there's a tag here that you can pull out, and like I said, you can picture, journal, you can do both on there. It's really big. It's actually, I do believe it's 4.5 by 6.5, and then this paper part here is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So you've got lots of room to do whatever you need to do in there. You could actually make it a little bit bigger if you so desired. There's still lots of room in there. In this one, on this page here, there's a couple of pullouts here again for journaling or tickets, or journaling or pictures. This again is that same die cut that I used, that same Sizzix die that I used from Stampin' Up! Here, this is Tim Holtz die, and I cannot remember the name of it offhand, and I don't have it on my table here to show you. Everything is like all inked, kind of distressed, that shabby kind of look that I really, really like. I had the opportunity to take a class from Tim Holtz, actually a couple of workshops from Tim Holtz in the spring, and it was absolutely amazing. So I'll be sharing some of those techniques with you in the workshop. Again, here's another tag that we'll pull out. That is again for journaling or pictures. Here I used the hardware findings, and this one I used the hardware findings. We also are going to be using the distress powders on here. So I used, I do believe, Vintage Photo on this one, and then this one I used two different colors of distress powder. I used the Tattered Rose, and I also used Walnut Stain. And I thought that kind of turned out really neat. And again, another rosette. The rosettes are awesome because they're flat, and then your album doesn't end up too chunky. And they add a really nice decorative kind of piece to it. Here I've done a little tag, and I've done a couple different techniques on here. I used a rather old Tim Holtz stamp of mine that has been well loved. I don't even know the name of it because I've lost the bag. But yeah, I've used that one. And here again, another pullout. I used the bird off of this Tim Holtz stamp, and that bird is well loved also. I use it tons. This I do believe is another Stampin' Up die that I used. There's another tag or pullout here. And then there's this page here, and then we'll do a couple different techniques on this tag here again, just to show you how you can kind of spice up your either tags if you so desire. You can do it on your scrapbook pages, whatever. And then another space here for just another picture or journaling, whatever you choose. So I'm going to post on my blog pictures of the entire album and also the information that you'll need to sign up for the class. This is a rather intense book to put together. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to run it over 2 days. And again, the dates will be on my blog. And they'll be probably 3 to 4 hours, probably closer to 4, maybe more hours a day, depending on how far we get. The putting together of the actual book and then the covering of the pages we'll do probably the first day, and then I'm thinking the second day we'll do all of the embellishments and tags and whatnot. We might even get some of that done the first day. I guess it depends. The address to my website where you can get to my blog from is www.scrappinwithflair.com. So you can go there, take a peek at all the pictures. You can also email me at info@scrappinwithflair, and I'll have all this information on my blog, so don't worry about running around trying to find a pen and writing everything down. And you can just email me with your interest if you're interested in taking the class. I do believe I'll probably have 10 to 12 spaces available. So I hope to see you there, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.